Hello guys, welcome to another video of C programming. Today we'll be discussing about 2D arrays or multi-dimensional arrays. In a multi-dimensional array, we can have an array which can be represented in a tabular or a matrix form. For example, let's declare a multi-dimensional array with 2 rows and 2 columns. First we'll define the rows and then the columns. So now we have an array of 2 rows and 2 columns. In programming, rows are vertical and columns are horizontal. So now let's assign values. We'll point towards the first column of the first row. So array 0 and 0. We'll assign the value of 5. And then array 0 1, which is the first row and second column. Then array 1 0 15, and finally array 1 1. As I explained previously, the index of an array go up to 1 minus the length of an array. So since we had the size of 2, our index went up till 1. Now let's print one of the index or one of the rows. Let's say we can print the second column first row. Second row first column. Array 1 and then 0. Now let's test this code on our compiler. We will create another file. Let's name this multi-d arrays. Let's start our program with our header file. And then finally we will copy our code. Control C and Control V. Okay, let's see what our code shows. Okay, we have an error over here. What is the error? Okay, it says that we don't have an array. Sorry, I added another R over here. Let's run. As you can see, on the second row first column we had 15, hence it printed out 15. Now suppose we have a larger size of an array. So to do that, to assign values to such an array, suppose we have an array of 10 columns and 5 rows. 10 rows and 5 columns. To do that, we can use nested loops. Now what are nested loops? Nested loops are a loop inside a loop. So to use a nested loop, what we can do, we can first start our first set of loop. Int I equals to 0, I less than size of array. Size of operator will tell us the actual size of a particular string, a particular variable or particular array. I plus plus. Then inside this loop we will declare another loop for, let's make this variable j equals to 0. Let's not use size of operator as yet. Let's just use for 10 for now. 10, because we are iterating through the rows of the array. So our first set of loop will have the amount of rows in our code or in our array. and then we will iterate through the columns. J less than 5, J plus plus. Now our main code will be inside our second loop. Let's assign values to this array. Let's give each array a value of 2 just for testing purposes. 0 no, sorry, we'll point towards the rows and columns using our variable I and j equals to 2. Now as you can see, at first on the first loop it will go toward the 0th first row and first column. Then this loop will run again. Now the value of j will be 1, so it will go to the 0 index of I and first index of j, which is the first row second column, and so on, and until I has reached 9, this loop will work. Now we can use another nested loop to print all our values. Let's declare another variable. Let's call it k equals to 0, k less than 10, and k plus plus. Okay, and let's make our second loop with the variable L. 0, L less than 10, sorry, less than 5, L plus plus. Now let's print all our values using our loops. Printf %d and array will point towards the value of k and then the value of L. Let's add %d over here. %d backslash n. Not okay. We have another error over here. Seems like we have an extra bit of brackets here, and another error. Whoops. For loop. Okay, like I described further, variable must be declared above before the loop. Now we'll remove the integers from here. My bad about this mistake. Still an error. Looks like it's a bad day today. We missed our semicolon. Finally our program worked. So our loop will work 10 multiplied by 5 50 times. As you can see, we have 50, or actually less, not 50, but we have values of all the area, all the multi-dimensional, or all the rows and columns over here. So that's how we use a multi-dimensional array. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned how to use multi-dimensional arrays. For any queries, please comment below on the video, and I shall be glad to help you out.